Hey guys, today I'm showing you how to do this style, which is a temple fade, also known as a high taper. It'll be a quick video giving you the in-depth details of how to do this haircut correctly. So enough of the talking, let's get straight into the tutorial. You're in the cut with SliderCuts. So starting off, we just take down the client's hair. First of all, I'm doing it's not even open, it's halfway. That is fully closed, that is fully open, and this is in the middle. So go with the grain all around, taking the hair all down. For those who do not know what a temple fade is / high taper, it's when it's faded only in this area. So it's going to be faded to skin, but just in this area, so he can still keep all of his waves all around, and it'll be tapered on the neck. So first of all, put your skin line in where the fade will end. Now understand that the fade is going to be in this small section here. So where will the fade start? I put my invisible line there because that's where the fade will start. And this is where the fade is going to end. So we're going to fade in this small section. So the skin line will determine where that fade ends because it's skin. It can't go any further than that. So my invisible line is going to be here. So that's where my fade is going to start, and this is where my fade is going to end. So the thing I start off by doing is, I'm just going to prep this area. There's the open one, then close one, and I'm just flattening, prepping the area that I will be fading. You could really say that I've already started the fade because some hair is coming off, so the process of the fade has actually started. All right. Closed 1.5, closed 1.5. My invisible line is there. So I'm gonna go up to the invisible line and flick out. Now, something I should have said earlier, so you understand, is because the key to a temple fade / high taper, whatever you refer to it as, is where the fade takes place. So it's important to understand it starts from here and it goes down there and it ends at this part of the ear. So it shouldn't be going back there or back here. All of here should remain still dark. So this is the important thing to understand about this fade here. It should just stay here and stop there. So if I start off with this area, I'm gonna go up and flick out. So that's where my fade is going to start. So go up to my invisible line and flick out. Up to my invisible line and flick out. Open one. My invisible line, first one was there. We're gonna come down slightly lower with the open one, go up to it and flick out. Go up to it and flick out. I'm making sure that I'm doing correct clipper strokes. What is a correct clipper stroke? That is making sure that the bristles on the gauge are going through the grains of his hair, just like a comb. If I want to comb his hair correctly, I make sure that the bristles are going through the grains of his hair and you can see it lifting up. You don't want to be doing this like you're just rubbing and nothing's happening. Like the hair should be going through the bristles. The same thing with the gauge. So I'm making sure that I'm going through and flick out, through and flick out, making sure that it's going through. Then I close the lever, I go to the same place, but I make sure that I don't go any higher than there. It needs to stay here. Then we drop down to the open blade. First of all, I'm just going to flatten and prep the area that I'll be fading. So 1.5 was up there, number one was up there. Now the open blade will be down here. So I just go with the grain to prep it. Then I flip it around. Then I go up to that place and flick out. And flick out. And flick out. And flick out. Making sure not to go high up here. Now, as you're seeing the fade, you may see, oh, it looks a little bit unfaded there, or it looks a bit kind of like blotchy. In refining, I'll do all of that, so don't worry about that. For now, go to my invisible line and flick out. Also, what's important is when you're fading, leave the front of their hair because you want hair to still be darker for the shape up. You don't want to fade it completely out. Close the lever a little bit, go up to slightly just under where you were going to before and flick out. Close the lever a little bit more, come up slightly lower than before and flick out. Now close it almost completely. So close it fully and then touch it open a little bit and then just touch where that skin line was and flick out. So make sure you're flicking out like almost lifting up the line. And there we have a fade completed. Now, can it be better? Yes. And we will do that in refining. But at this stage here, what you just need to do is move forward, do the shape up, do the back, and then refine it afterwards. We're moving on to the shape up. So with the shape up, the side line, I start in one place, I press down, I pull away from the hairline. Move up a little bit, pull away from the hairline. Making sure to go up in a straight line. Then from the middle, we start in one place, press down, pull away from the hairline, and keep doing that and going across in a straight line. Then you comb out the hair, guys, and just go over that a few times to make that line more prominent, sharper, cleaner, and so on. But this tutorial isn't about the shape up, so we're not going to focus on this at all. It's more so about the fade, but the shape up does affect how the fade looks. Once you finish shaping up the client, at this point now, go over the fade. So look at it, step back, look at the fade, and see what can be improved. So straight away, what I can see here is, I don't think the blend here is gradual enough. So it just feels like it's a big jump. So I need to lighten up this area here, so the transition's a lot smoother. So I'm gonna lighten up this area first of all. With refining, this is what you do in refining. So I'm looking at what needs to be improved. So now I'm going against the grain and I'm going up to that area and just flicking out lightly, just lowering this area. But I'm still not fading behind the ear, that all still remains the same. But all of here, I'm lightening up. The important thing is to always kind of like step back and look at it. Now with the one, lightening up this area. Now I'm seeing this area here, and as you can see, the blend isn't the best. So like I did over here when I lightened up this area, and I'm happier with the way that looks now, I now need to make this fade a lot cleaner and a lot more faded. So with the number one, I go through and flick out. I can hear it scratching a little bit, so it's taking off a little bit of hair. Comb it out. But now I'm going to drop down to the open blade, and in this area, just literally lower the area ever so slightly. What I'm making sure that I'm doing is still keeping in my parameters of what I've set earlier. So I'm still not gonna go around here, because often you can get caught up and carried away, and then suddenly you're fading where you're not supposed to be fading. So even in my refining of what I'm doing, I'm still got it in my head the area the fade is supposed to be in. And when it comes to high fades and tape, temple fades, whatever you refer to it as. It's down to you where the fade is. You can do a lower kind of high fade. You can have it all the way up here if you want to. That's all about, you know, where you start your fade and where you end your fade. So the higher you put the skin line, the higher the fade will be. And that will just be based on what you think suits the client more or what the client is asking for. So I'll just keep doing this, and I'll keep doing a bit of refining just to make this fade look sleek, look cleaner, look slicker, look more faded, and look how I want it to look. I'll keep stepping back, looking at the hair, and coming forward. Now, what's important to also understand is that no fade is perfect, no haircut is perfect. You just want to get it to a very good standard. But if you keep stepping back, looking at what's wrong with it, you'll be there all day and you'll never, ever get it perfect. So it's also important to know when to stop. And now I'm gonna go over his hairline again. So now the hairline is important in this fade as well. In every fade, in every haircut, I always find that the cleaner the hairline is, the better the fade will look. So I think it's important to get the hairline right and to get it looking, you know, clean and prominent. So now I'm just going over his shape up again, just so his hairline looks better, which will, in results, make the fade look better. So if you can see, guys, now, with the shape up being cleaner, the fade also looks better. Also, I've refined it, so the fade is looking a lot cleaner. So this tutorial has been a quick tutorial. I never had time because I had to quickly squeeze him in. He's got another client waiting for him right now. So I couldn't do the whole thing or do the back, but this is how you can do a good high taper / temple fade through these steps and methods. Look at it now and look at it before. So what I'd advise you guys to do is to go back, look at what it looked like in the beginning, then look at what it looked like before I refined it, and look at it now. And this is why refining is so important, because it'll take your haircut from bad to good, good to amazing, amazing to excellent. When I have more time, or the client has more time, I'll do another tutorial on showing you how to do a neck taper. But for now, he's gonna have to rest with this and then do his client. Then I've got to go. So one of the other barber compadres will hook him up and do the neck taper later on. If you like this tutorial, please like, comment, and let me know if there's any tutorials you want me to do, because I'll do my best to get around to doing it. You've been in the cut with SliderCuts. Peace.